good matchup for Puff. Puff's got up tilt rest and stuff. I think Sheik does have grab combos, but I think Puff can edge guard very well. But you know, they both have their tools. I think it's pretty even now.
Yeah, especially against Sheik. You know, crouch cancel is so strong.
Definitely.
Hard to get anything off that. Even down tilt, I'm pretty sure you can crouch cancel. Grabs, you can't jump cancel. So let's see. I mean, obviously Drephen's a good enough player where he's going to know all these things, but I want to see how Atomsk can deal with it.
Yeah, Drephen, a very old school player. He's been around for a while. I think he's adapted. Some players like Ken, you know, they still keep their old school style. And while Drephen isn't super technical, it's not like he moves super crazy like Plup or anything. But I think he has adapted well to the times. And when he's playing spaces, I think he has some very solid tech chasing skills. So, you know, maybe there are some other things that he's worked on that will apply to the Puff matchup that are kind of more modern.
Yeah. All right, so getting into it.
So Atomsk, you know, I mean, obviously it's very early into the set, but seems like he's doing pretty solid.
I mean, he plays with Swedish a decent amount.
Oh yeah, so, that's a very good Sheik. So
absolutely. Another thing about Drephen, he's just very consistent. Like he doesn't make super deep runs, but the runs that he does make, he's very.
It feels like he always goes at least like the same.
Yeah.
Pretty far. Sometimes he goes a little farther than others, but you know, he always makes a solid showing. He's a very consistent player.
Of course. So you got off the grab. All right, good fair. Obviously, Puff's gonna live forever, so he's gonna need a little more than that. Up there, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, maybe approaching with like some pokes, you know, approaching with like a down tilt or something is something that Drephen should really use. But yeah, that's one thing I love seeing Puffs do. I think Puffs don't go really deep and really far out like that enough.
I know for a fact. Another thing
rest.
Wow, up to rest. Okay. Atomsk coming out strong, starting strong.
Down through in there.
I also noticed that he's very good at spacing his back airs. He has no problem waiting for his opponent to come in. He's just saying, all right, I'm out here, I'm Puff, I have back air, it's big, and you're gonna have to come in. You're gonna have to find a way in. If you come in, I'm Puff, so I can get comboed. But
and speaking of
she's gonna make you work for it.
Puff can kind of. Sheik doesn't have any way to force Puff to come in because obviously Sheik has needles, but when Sheik's jumping, if the Puff is high up, Sheik's needles when she's in the air go downwards, so it's not like she can reach or force Puff to approach from across the stage. Sheik kind of has to approach, which is never really a good thing against Sheik if you have to approach.
No, I mean they're strong if you can get Puff below the stage, but
Definitely.
I don't know how many.
A great edge guarding tool.
Wow, great.
Was that jab? Jab
forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely caught Atomsk off guard, even though he DI'd away, but it didn't really matter at that percent. Sheik's too fast.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, let's see what he can get off this.
Down through fair. See, that's the thing. Sheik always has it seems like always has a follow-up on Jigglypuff, but never has like a really crazy high percentage combo that can sometimes happen, you know, the way that Fox or Falcon can kind of do, you know.
Absolutely.
But it is nice to always have a solid tried and true follow-up.
Yeah, there's something that you can get off it. And
definitely.
What I'm noticing, personally, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too much about this matchup, but I'm seeing that Drephen he's getting those down throws, and he has no problem just getting the percent and then resetting neutral.
Yeah.
Which is probably pretty scary against Puff, especially like Atomsk, who has no problem playing defensively.
Down tilt.
But yeah, great down tilt. But it seems like Drephen's just finding his pattern.
Definitely.
Because I'm noticing that Atomsk is kind of throwing out stuff and like not changing it up too much. I mean, which is good because it's safe.
Definitely.
But Drephen's finding that little bit of space that he can get in. But wow, this is a great game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like off those grabs, like I said, there's no high percentage follow-up. You know, it's a down throw and it's one aerial, maybe two, or one and some needles. But it seems like Drephen's always choosing stage control after this. So he's hitting him, you know, off the ledge, trying to take center stage, and you know, hit him with some needles, or you know, just trying to get stage control.
In those back airs, it's a lot stronger if Puff's in the center of stage, because he can still control that space and say, all right, you're gonna have to come to me.
Yeah.
But whenever he's on the outside, that doesn't work as well, because if you're just holding the center of the stage, there's no need to zone him out because you're not in the advantageous position.
Definitely.
It's great.
So
really, really good with those down tilt up airs or down tilt fairs. He's got a lot of them in that set.
Yeah,
net him a lot.
Definitely. Very close first game. Got to look up. Is Atomsk a top 100 player?
He's not.
I do know he's a notable name. I was just about to look up what his ranking was. But this is definitely doable for Atomsk.
Absolutely. I don't know about the decision to take him back. I'm not sure what Drephen would have banned here.
Yeah.
Maybe Dreamland?
Which, but then again, I don't think the stage was really the problem last game. I think Atomsk really did played well. I think Drephen just clipped him with those down tilts like a couple too many times and just took stocks. I don't think he was outplayed per se. So maybe this isn't such a bad choice. But I usually like to think if he lost on a stage, there's probably a better stage that is a different one that you can change to.
Yeah, but then again, it depends. I'm sure Atomsk wouldn't. He's a good enough player where he wouldn't take him back if he figured something out.
Definitely,
especially since it was such a close game.
And one thing I think people just have their textbook. Oh, I'm Fox. I'm going to go to Pokemon Stadium. I think the purpose of changing stage is that great down tilt up there.
Yeah.
I think the purpose of changing a stage and picking a stage is to solve a problem, right? So if you have trouble killing off the top, maybe Pokemon Stadium is going to be a great stage for you. But sometimes foxes just go there, and they're not having trouble, killing off the top. They're having trouble winning neutral. And what happens is you get this big stage, and it's even harder to win neutral because then the other guy has more space. So I think you really want to solve a problem. Maybe, and I don't think there was any real problem to solve. So I think Battlefield is a perfectly fine stage to go back.
Again, right now you can see why this is so scary. I mean, Drephen did a great job of using the platforms to get back to the center stage, but it's just so hard. It's intimidating going against a puff that's just throwing out back airs and throwing out hitboxes.
It's hard, and at this percent, I think even a fair nair or maybe a forward throw can kill.
Great ground choice.
I think Atomsk. Well, obviously it's high percent, so you don't want to waste a rest and get a rest punish off that.
Yeah,
but I think one thing, I don't think he's gotten a rest punish off of any up B recovery from Drephen this game, which I would like to see more of. 2 solid back airs.
Then again, it's so close, and since the percent differences haven't really been that different, they're both playing really, really well.
Very
so, and I'm sure Atomsk is definitely scared about Drephen getting down really quickly because he's a really fast player. Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
It's close.
I mean, I don't know about you. I'm kind of rooting for Atomsk. I like to say I'm unbiased, but I love the upset. So I'm going to be hoping. I'm at least hoping for Game 3 because so far this set's been great. It's not the most common matchup. We really only see good Sheik puff play, great back air, great edge guard.
Just went out there and did it.
We really only see great Sheik puff play from Hungrybox and Swedish Delight, or Hungrybox and Plup if Plup isn't playing Fox.
Yeah.
So it's really great to watch this.
The Evo 2016, Plup 3-1 Hungrybox in winter semis. So that just goes to show it's not Sheik's best matchup by far. It's not very easy, but it is possible.
Definitely doable.
Obviously, Drephen showing that today.
One thing that Pluff did in that set is that he used needles to edgeguard much more than Drephen is using them currently. I think obviously Drephen's winning. Drephen's doing just fine in the set, but I think Drephen would be doing much better if he clipped him with a couple needles when he's off stage. Just gets that full hop.
Is that it?
Up air? Am I kill? Nope.
Yep, that's it.
There we go.
Good stuff to both players.
Right. Close set, but solid win from Drephen.
Atomsk obviously the favorite, but really Atomsk played really, really well. He just got caught with a couple minor spacing issues with those down tilts. I think that's how Drephen almost got all of his kills. But good stuff from both players. It's fun to watch.
So let's see who is going to be on next.
It's the question of the day.
A couple guys nearby.
See some top players. I want to run this setup.
All right. Well, I guess. Do you have the bracket up on your phone? Let's pull up the bracket. Let's.
I don't think they're not updated because they're just taking on the score sheets.
Yeah. Because on the spreadsheets we can't even see where people are.
I'm sure we got some coming up soon. How did you do today?
I did pretty bad.
Yeah.